hello. I didn't see you there. Just kidding, I did. Welcome to my debut. This is my official VTuber debut. I definitely didn't whip this up in about 24 hours because I thought it'd be funnier than making an actual one, and instead just running the bit down mid and going, voila, here we are. I'm a VTuber now. You should have seen this coming. It was bound to happen. It's the natural progression. We're just always meant to be a VTuber. And here I am. And without anything else, let's get right into the meat and potatoes of this good old debut. Alright, let's begin my, sorry, this is the wrong start of the show. Welcome to the Field Guide to Hagito by me. By the android extraordinaire. Of course, an android. My age doesn't matter. My height, I was 5'10", but one time it said 6 foot, and I'll never forget it. My birthday, September 13th. All the fun little lores. I'm a self-improving android that's constantly reinventing itself to achieve the perfect form. First created after the incineration of humanity, but was sent back in time to prevent that. However, after some mishaps with the technology, the process to restore functionality is going to take longer than expected. I became a VTuber to pass the time. Don't read too much into this. I made it in like 5 minutes just for this. Some notable features. There's a Meloetta on my shoulder because I really like Meloetta. These are the Kate Sith ears from SAO because I was playing Lost Song and I thought it'd be fun and an interesting little character thing. I do not have feet. I stand like Aegis from Persona 3. It definitely was not because I don't know how to draw feet and didn't want to do it, so I said, what if I just don't? There's some fun little kintsugi on the feet too because I think it's a cool little thing, and also rebuilding. We're rebuilding ourselves constantly. And lastly, we have the little power switch that definitely isn't what's keeping me on right now, and definitely won't just disappear in the next model update because I didn't want to include it anymore. So the artist, me, rigged by me. I did all of this. It's fine. I crushed it. If it looks bad, I've been drawing for like 100 days, guys. Give me a break. I did the best I could. I am already making a new one. Get over it. I just made this one and I was like, this is a good enough one. And it was funny to make it now instead of an actual formal debut. The background image you saw for about 30 seconds was a screenshot from an episode of Freerun because I did all of this in 24 hours besides the model. And I didn't have time to draw myself a fancy background. Nor did I think I was really capable of making one that looks half decent. My preferences, my likes. I like anime, Pokemon, manga, movies, drawing, strategy RPGs. My Oshis, some of them are VTubers and some of them are not. Big Nemi Nightmare fan. I had this idea while I was watching her play Elden Ring. Lord Aethelstan, a very heavy creative influence on me. I just think he's cool and does cool stuff and inspires me to also do fun, cool things. Alpha Red for the Pokemon stuff. I'm sure that's probably fairly obvious by now. Tony, just because I like him. He's a good fun time to watch. And Cecilia Immergreen, the newest addition to all of these, but I have a great time watching her streams and I really like them, and I'm waiting on that Friends for You plushie so I can own one. My dislikes, I don't like working. If we can make this a full-time job, people, let's get on it. I would love to do that. I don't like cheese unless it's on pizza, and even then it bugs my lactose intolerance, but I don't care enough, so we're just going to tank that. And my biggest one is when a shoujo manga gets a bad anime adaptation. That pisses me off so much. They don't deserve that bad. The production falls apart, and I'm like, what the heck, guys? What are we doing here? This is just not fair. They deserve so much better, and they just never get it. Now for the fun part, all my favorite things. These are just my top 10 anime list, my anime list things, but we're going to read them off. My favorite anime, Origairu, changed my life. Probably saved it too. That'll be a video one day. Psycho-Pass, I think, is the best anime original ever created. IQ is my favorite piece of fiction of all time. The only reason it's not on top of all of them is because it isn't finished and because the two above it hold special significance. If I had to pick a favorite piece of art ever created, it is Haikyuu. I'm sure the like 3 or 4 videos I've made haven't made that abundantly clear, but when another one comes in 2025, if one does, which it probably will, you should get the picture by then. Hunter x Hunter, also one of my favorite things of all time. It's great. The anime is probably the longest anime that I've ever binged. Because most of the time I just get put off by the daunted nature and then I just don't. Which is why I haven't finished Gintama in like the 5 years since I started watching it. Also, big Sangatsu no Lion fan. I would love season 3 whenever we can get that. I would love it right now. Big Euphonium, Sound Euphonium, peak series, Kyoto animation, as you will see from the latter half of this list. They're just built different. I hate to break it to you, but no one's doing it like them. Newer edition, Vinland Saga. Second season was incredible. I do have no enemies, and I just loved watching it. And I am not caught up on the manga, so if you spoil that for me, I'm gonna be pissed. Yoga, I think he's just a fantastic mystery series that's such a joy to watch the characters solve the mysteries and just like interact with each other. Liz and the Bluebird, fantastic anime movie. Really got to watch her new one, but it wasn't near me when it came out in theaters, so we're just waiting until it comes out on Blu-ray or streaming or something, and then I'll go watch it. Koi no Katachi, another Naoki Yamada. She's just the GOAT. There's just no one doing it like her in the anime industry. And then the newest edition, which I definitely didn't just add to gas it up even more, is Orb on the Movements of the Earth that just finished this season. It's an all-timer team. It's just so good. It is incredible. For manga, you'll see a lot of the same things. So for the ones that I've already talked about, I'm just going to skip them. IQ, it should be obvious. Berserk, I think could fall upon reread, but I think the Golden Age arc is one of the greatest arcs of fiction ever created. And then after that, it doesn't really ever dip much. It's just consistently very good. Even after he passed away, it's still been maintaining a decent quality. It definitely isn't the same, but Berserk's just peak. Hunter x Hunter, same as before, an incredible series. The current arc, I am so excited to see, and I hope Tagashi's doing well since he hasn't tweeted in a while, but I hope everything is okay, and eventually we'll get more of it. The newest edition of these, as of about 2 days ago, is Seven Seeds, Yumi Tamura Shoujo manga. There is art in this series that needs to be hung up in the Louvre, or whatever you say that, I don't know. It is the first time in a very long time I've looked at manga art and just been in awe. And there's like 20 different plus, even more than that, honestly, pages where I just look at this and go, how did a human create this? It is beautiful. Along a similar art lines, there's Blue Period, a big inspiration series for me that keeps me going when things get tough. Koku Nikki, just a great portrayal of grief, and I really love how it deals with that in a very natural way. Hoseki no Kuni, its vibes are unmatched, just such a fantastic story. Nana, I love the messy relationships of any Aizawa work. She understands people in a way that so many mangaka wish they could. Every human being there is making choices, and you're like, this is the wrong one, but somehow you still keep reading and hope and pray for the best. Sangatsu no Lion, as I said before, it's peak. I love it a lot. The art in the manga is incredible. And lastly, the one that could probably fall in recent times is One Piece. It's consistently very good, but I think I need to reread to determine if it wants to stay here or if something's going to move up. I do really like it, but there are not valleys. There are plains and then there are peaks. Right now we're in peak, but sometimes I gotta see if there's more plains than that, and this is just me rambling about things that really don't matter, but in my head it all makes sense. And you thought we were done, but we're not. These ones are shorter because they are just for my backlog in my letterbox. Video games, Minecraft. I love I love Minecraft so much. It is the greatest game ever created, in my opinion. I have probably several thousands of hours in this game, and I will soon several thousand more. It's just a perfect game to put on when it's like in between new games and things, or just when I'm like, man, I'm really craving some Minecraft, and then I just go build a house and put the game down for a couple weeks and come back when I want to do it again. Pokemon Black 2, my favorite Pokemon game of all time. I've replayed it like probably a dozen times and probably might do it again because I'm kind of feeling that itch again. I think it just has a phenomenal lineup of Pokemon to choose from, and also one of the best like stories and worlds of it all that I can never get enough of. Metal Gear Solid 2, immaculate game. The latter third of that game is incredible, and really was the first video game for me that was like, man, this is what they can be. We can cook, and they sure did. Elden Ring, I just was not expecting to enjoy this game as much as I did, because I've always seen the Souls games, and I'm like, man, this looks way too hard for me. And then I beat Elden Ring, and I was like, man, I feel like a god. There are so many boss fights in this that you finish, and it's a feeling of euphoria you can't get like anywhere else. And that's why I started playing Dark Souls 1, and it is, oh boy, it is night and day. And last but not least, Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth. Jared, I love you so much. You're the greatest character. It's crazy how two of the greatest fictional women of all time came from the same game. And also the story is very good. I do love story a lot. Especially the like third act of it is incredible. It's such a scale, and every time Cloud gets blood on his face, it hurts me physically. And there are so many choices in this game that are for sickos in the best way possible, where I am put in control of a situation that I do not want to be in control of. But I think that's a good game design, and that's why we're still doing it. And movies, it's just my 4 on Letterboxd. La La Land, I think, is an incredibly inspiring movie to me that really helps me get through the tough times, because it understands the peaks and valleys of creating something, when it goes right, when it goes wrong, and how to get back up on your horse and do it all again. But I also think it's a very good thing to reflect on when people just like enter and leave your life, to just understand that that's a part of life, and not to be ruined by the fact that you'll never see someone again. That some people are just meant to come in and come out of your life, and that's just how that's meant to be. And Bo Burnham's Inside, if you don't count this as a movie, I don't really care, because it is a thing I think about a lot. I think it is like the perfect encapsulation of COVID art, and also it's just very inspiring to see what one person can do entirely by himself. It is also just so, there's so much to unpack that every time I watch, I feel like I gain something new from it. And I'm just always impressed by how much he did just like by himself. Good Will Hunting, I just love this movie. I gotta have like a Massachusetts movie to rep my home state. And I think this one just understands the state, but also like, he's a great movie to understand yourself, which is based purely on how much you react to the "it's not your fault" scene. If that gets you crying, sorry guys, you got some trauma to unpack there. I can't help you with that one. And lastly, it's Shrek 2. I've rewatched this movie probably about 10 times. It's never like inconsistency. It's just one day I'll be like, man, I want to watch Shrek 2. And then I finish it, and I like it even more. There's just so many good things about this movie. It's just so timelessly funny that it impresses me every time. And eventually I was just like, you know what? I think this is one of my favorite movies of all time. And there we are. Now for my goals. I want to draw every day for a year. We are currently about 120 something, I think, at the time of recording. Maybe 130, I don't remember. I'm not counting. I just have a date that says 1 year on my calendar. I want to do a little branch off, which is make like anime related challenge videos for games. Kind of like an Elden Ring, but I'm Kirito is one of those ideas. But also just playing more anime games and making videos about them, because I think official anime licensed games are really funny, or just like really bad in a way that could make a fun video out of. Where I do more Nuzlocke, that's pretty obvious. I have the Pokerogue one, which will come out eventually when I actually, beat it. Then there's the Miku lock, which is currently being worked on stream. I'll learn Japanese. I'm gonna let you know a secret here. I just looked at Serious Fauna's debut stream and just took like several things. I didn't know what to put. I just put that and I went, me too, bestie. I also want to learn Japanese. And then lastly, to make more like personal essay videos about anime, because I have a couple looking up in my mind, and I would like to make them at some point, whenever I can find the words to make them good enough for what I want. Well, yeah. Happy April Fools, but this isn't actually a joke. I made this VTuber so I could use it. I just thought it'd be funnier to debut on April Fools than just like picking a random week and like really building it up. I definitely didn't have this thought to do this at like 11 o'clock at night last night, and it kept me up for like an hour as I was laying in bed thinking of silly things to do. Nah, that's not me. No way. But it's done now. I'm a VTuber now. Will I have a new model pretty soon? Probably. I've got like 20 days left of my free trial, and I intend to make use of it. There will be some videos that stay as a person. I'm not discarding my physical body. You will still see the big camera version of me. But the VTuber one is for many more things, because I don't want to have to set up my camera every single time because the battery will die. But I can just sit here on my phone and eventually build a stand-up that will work so that I'm not holding this in my hand recording a video, which is why it looks a little weird because I just have my microphone in one hand and my iPhone in another because I thought I had a stand that fit and then it didn't. Oh yeah, I'm a VTuber now. Smile, get it? It's I don't know how to end these things. I don't have like a karaoke or anything problem like settled. Maybe I'll just like hold on a second. I'll figure something out. Give me 5 minutes. Alright team, I can't sing, so guess what? We're doing some poetry reading. Yep, that's what I thought to do. This is Ode on Melancholy by John Keats. No, no, go not to Lith, neither twist wolf's bane tight-rooted for its poisonous wine, nor suffer thy pale forehead to be kissed by nightshade ruby grape of Proserpine. Make not your rosary of yew berries, nor let the beetle, nor the death moth be your mournful Psyche, nor the downy owl partner in your sorrow's mysteries. For shade to shade will come too drowsily, and drown the wakeful anguish of the soul. But when the melancholy fit shall fall, sudden from heaven like a weeping cloud, that fosters the droop-headed flowers all, and hides the green hill in an April shroud, then glut thy sorrow on a morning rose, or on the rainbow of the salt sand wave, or on the wealth of globed peonies, or if thy mistress some rich anger shows, imprison her soft hand and let her rave, and feed deep, deep upon her peerless eyes. He dwells with beauty, beauty that must die, and joy, whose hand is ever at his lips, bidding adieu and aching pleasure nigh, turning to poison while the bee-mouth sips. Aye, in the very temple of delight, veiled melancholy has her sovereign shrine. Though seen of none save him whose strenuous tongue can burst joy's grape against his palate fine, his soul shall taste the sadness of her might, and be among her cloudy trophies hung. Thank you, and have a good night.